welcome to Travel Tuesday Happy Hour, where we interview dope people doing dope things from around the world. And today I want to talk to you guys about Season 2. Season 2 has been an amazing experience. We've gone literally around the world and then back. And so I really hope you guys enjoy the show. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and you know what? Go ahead and click that notification button so that you'll know when the episodes drop. All right, peace.
What's going on, Travel Fam? If you ever thought about starting a podcast, check out Anchor. Anchor is free. Anchor will provide you tools to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor will also distribute your podcast to multiple streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Everything you need right in one app. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
In a way, it's kind of better to stay in a hotel. You know, you're chilling, you're on vacation, you don't want to be bothered. But if you're like backpacking, if you're on a low budget, if you want to explore more, I would say go in a hostel.
All right. Hey, welcome to Travel Tuesdays Happy Hour, where we interview dope people doing dope things. Today, I have a guest. My brother, tell us who you are and what do you do?
Hey, thank you very much for having me. My name is Jean-Gardi Millian. I'm from Haiti. I am 22 years old, and now I'm living in Chile now.
Chile.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. So from Haiti to Chile, how did that work out for you?
Well, it worked out pretty well, I would say. I was 17, so I traveled with my mom and like my sisters. So we just decided to move because things are pretty tough in Haiti now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I actually have a cousin and a younger uncle of mine that lives in Chile now. So because apparently the migration is from Haiti to Dominican Republic, from Dominican Republic to Chile.
To Chile.
Yeah.
Actually, that's how it went for me too, because I spent a year in Dominican Republic studying before that, and then after that we just decided like, okay, Chile has open, and they needed like there was more opportunity for outsiders to work, and it was easier. Also, the education is like better than in the Caribbean, and then Dominican Republic and even Haiti, I would say.
Interesting. So can I ask you a question? Tant qu'on pile haïtien, yo voye ti moun yo Saint-Domingue pour yo à l'école, right?
Yeah.
They send a lot of the Haitians send their kids to the Dominican Republic for school because it's better. Did you grow up in that school system and then moved over to Chile, or did you do that 1 year, learn the language, and then move to Chile?
The first one, for example, I was in Haiti, like normal, studying and everything. But then they sent me to the Dominican Republic with my sisters to go study, like to finish university, like finish high school and then go to college. My sisters they were like then in college, but I was still in high school. But then again, after a year, we just decided to move. So it was good for me because then I knew the language. So when I came here, it was easier for me, like to just, go and get used to it and just like, start growing. And, the experience from the Dominican Republic made it better for me. in a way.
Okay. So, and I'm gonna go between languages just because I want to make you feel comfortable during this
Yeah.
conversation, and at the same time, just add a little culture to the conversation, right?
E
So,
sa liye men.
pendant de ti mon Haïti, est-ce que tu as parlé apon poyol pendant Haïti ou soit ou apon poyol pendant al Dominique?
E padam te Haiti non, mbat apren pa yal. Akselman, se te lang mwen te vreman rayi. Kom si la, mde toujou pi reme Angle.
Uh-huh.
But le mwen rive, li te kom si fok mwen te apren.
Okay. So that's interesting because not being your favorite language to learn, to learning it and now moving to a country where you're almost kind of stuck having to learn, having to speak it all the time. That level of immersion really helped you learn the language and kind of appreciate it because now it's your new way of life, right?
Exactly. Like when I got there, it was like, well, I don't have no choice. I gotta speak it.
Okay.
So from there, I went like, learning and practicing.
Okay. So let me ask you a couple questions. So your first actual trip was to the Dominican Republic, or did you go somewhere else before going to the Dominican Republic?
Yeah, my first it was to the Dominican Republic.
So what was that like? The first time I went from Port-au-Prince to Saint-Domingue, I took a bus all the way through. Like, what was your experience like?
So okay, I kind of have a map, like to Haiti and the Dominican Republic in my head. So I'm just gonna explain it and see if it can make sense. So, moi fait Ilavash. So basically, I was born like in the south in Okai. So when you come from Ilavash to go first Okai, you need to take a boat to go there.
Oh wow!
So first, you take a boat. We went to Okai. There in Okai, we have like a home, so we stayed there for like a couple of weeks. Then we drove to Port-au-Prince. So from Port-au-Prince, we spent 2 weeks in Port-au-Prince. Then we went to Okap.
Oh wow! What?
Yeah. So we had to go to the all over the island because I think at that time the border from all the borders was closed, but we needed to cross the border from
at the northernmost part, right?
Yes. So it was like better for us, and we had people from like all over the island, so we didn't have problem to like stay for 2 weeks or stay for a week. So we stayed in Okap for about 2 weeks, and then we went back. We drove to the Dominican Republic. So I was there already. So we had a house already. So when we go to the Dominican Republic, we spent a month, and then we came to Chile.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So being that's your first trip, like what are some other trips have you taken?
So when I came to Chile, well, the country is big. Like it's really like
long. Yes,
it's really long and beautiful. Like it's amazing. The landscape, everything. I like better to go explore. So pas seulement aller dans big cities,
right,
and those things. So within Chile, I travel a lot, trying to go to little town, to the beach, or to the mountains, or to just go ski. Trying those things. And then one of my first, biggest trip, it was to Bolivia.
Oh wow! So okay, yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. Sorry.
Bolivia is like in the north of Chile. So what I did was like, I'm in the center of Chile, there is like
Mm-hmm.
the south and the north. So
Mm-hmm.
I took a plane and go to the north. From that, we crossed the border and drove to a desert. Like
Oh
in
wow.
5 days, I think it was four nights in the desert
Oh wow.
just to like explore the landscape. It was amazing. There was like
Is that the one you were planting the
sunflower.
flag in?
Yes, actually,
Okay,
you can
cool.
find the video. You can find it on my YouTube
YouTube.
channel, God's a Million. So yeah, I saw the museum, the flag museum, on on social media, and I was like, oh damn, I want to do that. I want my flag to be there, you know. And it was exciting because I was working in a hotel, like hostel. We call it a
Mm-hmm.
hostel, so backpacking.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like three friends of mine. They say, "Oh, we want to go to Bolivia." And I said, "What? Let's go!" We all went there, and it was amazing. It was one of the best experience I've ever had, like traveling.
So, so that being your experience, like what keeps you traveling? Like what makes you want to continue to travel?
Well, I mean, it's all the feeling you get from it. I mean, get to know other people, get to know other like culture, speak other languages, have fun, you know, explore all these like big and small world we are living in at the same time. It's like incredible, man. So having to explore and make those experiences, that's what keep me traveling. I would say we have to meet new people and have to
Okay.
also create content, create like some amazing videos in photography that also help others to say, "Oh, I want to go. I just want to go explore." You know, I don't want to
Oh,
do that
wow.
too. You know, like
That's
to
dope.
being able to motivate others. That's one of the things that I would like to be
That's
like.
amazing. So, so I guess my next question is kind of like, how does, does being Haitian give you a different perspective when you travel? Having, lived in Haiti, gone to school in the Dominican Republic, and then moving to Chile, um, your your life experiences, did that give you a different perspective on how you see? Because I know a lot of people that wouldn't stay at hostels, right? Um,
Yeah.
and social media doesn't show the hostel side of backpacking and traveling the world. And so, how does your background or your experience help you? And you're on mute, just FYI. Oh,
Yes.
there you go.
Sorry. There was some background noise. So
Got you.
actually, you know, all those experiences, I think it kind of prepared me for all of those, you know, choices. And for example, yeah, as you said, there are many people that wouldn't stay in a hostel, but
Hmm.
in fact, I'm working in a hostel, and I can tell you that's one of the best place you can stay. So,
So tell us about that, because there's the movie Hostel that went out where people were getting killed in the hostel, right? There are these pictures of, rat infested hotels that people are labeling as hostels. Like, put the end to the negative stereotype of a hostel right now. So tell
okay,
us, what are the advantages of staying at a hostel?
okay, so I think like if you can afford to travel like luxury to go in a like hotel, do it. But if you want to have fun and if you are on a low budget, if you want to meet new people, I think a hostel is just like a house. So
Mm,
you go to a new home, like where everyone, like every in a hostel, everyone is like very, very welcoming, and you just feel like you're going home, you know. And at night, like sharing with new people. You just in a hotel, you just go and stay in the room. Like, but in a hostel, like in the common area, you can just go here and see someone and say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? Where have you been?" And they kind of talk to you, and you say, "Oh yeah, I want to do that too. Oh, just let's go." You can just go in a hostel and meet someone and just speak to it, and then spend the rest of the travel or the rest of the journey with them. Like getting to meet those person, I think that's the biggest advantage. Like not just go on the street and meet, but being in the hostel and share all those, those ideas in
Right.
experiences. So it helps, and that's my point of view. That's how the reason why I think it's better. But some people they think it's better to be in a hotel. And yeah, in a way, it's kind of better to stay in a hotel. You're chilling, you're on vacation, you don't want to be bothered. But if you're like backpacking, if you're on a low budget, if you want to explore more, I would say go in a hostel, and it will help you not only for the budget, but like to learn more and experience more. That's what I think. And
That's dope
about
because it
the
sounds.
movie, that's I don't think that's true.
So that's cool because it sounds like, the hostel will also give you kind of, with those people willing to share, they also give you kind of the tips and trips of the town, right? Where are some good places to eat good food? Which street vendors to eat from? Which places have like dope excursions that aren't on the map, or you may not find them in like TripAdvisor and stuff like that. So getting in like somewhat of an authentic experience in those different countries. That's kind of dope. That's kind of dope.
Yeah, definitely. That's
Okay,
I
okay.
think that's one of the best thing, man, to do when you're traveling in a hostel. That's one of the best thing ever.
So where's your favorite place to visit so far?
So I mean, I would like to visit still Chile. Chile is so big that I still have like some places that I want to visit, like in the south. There are
Hmm.
some like big mountains and some volcanoes that I still want to experience. My mom still think it's pretty dangerous. Yeah, you like yeah, that much so, but
especially especially if you're talking about going skiing. Come on,
yeah,
man. Kote mo na iti kone de skiing. You just pass over don't be no more no kasi cool. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
So
how
aside
was your
from
first
my
skiing
skiing,
experience? How
my
was your
first
first skiing
skiing,
experience?
man, that was good. It was dope. Like
Was it the
the
first time you
first time.
experienced snow?
Uh, no, it wasn't the first time I experienced snow, but like because I had already went to it. But for the ski, the first time I had to like take a class about
Mm-hmm.
15, about like for about 20 minutes. Me in the class, and I was like, the teacher would say, okay, you can do that, you do that, you do that, and practice, you will be good. I did it like 1, 2 times, and he was like, oh, I can do that, I can go. She was like, no, don't. And I was like, I'm sure I can go. And she was like, okay, don't go. And I was like, okay, I won't go. And she said, okay, I'm gonna leave you now. Just practice, make it about like 15 times, and then you can take one of the
The steeper.
road to go down. Yes. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay. And I was like with two friends of mine. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna just do that again. I'm going down. And they
Okay,
say,
I see where this is going.
okay, let's go. But when I was going down, there are like three type of road that you have to take, like beginners and also the pros. stuff like that. I didn't know I went to the pros. Oh my God. Every time I step on the ski, I just like went good and fell. It was so fun. It was fun. But then the second time was like better and I managed it. It was cool. But what I love the most is how it's called in the ocean, surfing. Surfing is better. Surfing is cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's dope. So you still have a lot of Chile to explore. I've never been to Chile,
Yeah.
so I will definitely reach out the next time I'm planning my trip to South America and make sure I'm like, hey, I need you, Gene, to show me how to get around. Because by that
Will
time,
do,
you'll
man.
know everywhere to go.
Yeah, definitely. Just let
You
me
know?
know. And also, like, I still want to be in South America because South America is so big and have
Right.
like many different things, different areas, like different things to explore. Like for example, you have Peru, Argentina, Uruguay. Those countries still they are like very great. Colombia as well. Colombia is
Okay.
very like
Nice.
it's opening up, and the culture also is very fun. And Brazil, who doesn't
Yep.
love Brazil?
Hey, everybody loves Brazil. I actually went
Yeah.
to Cartagena 2 years ago, and that was a really, really dope experience. So I do want to revisit because there's I forgot the name of the island off of the coast of Colombia that's like
Colombia.
it's like all African. It's like an African kind of community, but I
Oh
can't remember
wow.
it right now. And one of my guests told me about it, and she's gonna be mad that I don't remember it. So I wanna shift things over a little bit, right? So one of the
All right.
things that we're experiencing here in the United States is a little bit of civil unrest, right, around how Blacks have been treated poorly over at least here the course of 400 plus years, right? But yet coming from Haiti, you and the DR, Haiti and the DR experienced their own little turmoil back and forth, right? Having lived in Haiti and moved to the DR, what was that experience like? But because you know, it's hit or miss, right? Like the
Yeah.
fact that your family's been there a long time, that you guys have a somewhat of a good rapport, but is it as bad as the propaganda that's out there, right? All Haitians are treated like crap, or is it the fact that some people are treated a certain way and other people are treated another way? Because it's hard for us to tell with the media only putting out the negativity, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it's 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 like all based on the experience one have. Like for
Mm-hmm.
example, once when I was in the DR, it was hard. Like being Haitian,
Mm.
it was tough. Even being a student was like the in back. I think always they are always in like fighting. There are always those things going on. And once I was there, like you would see, and that's when I learned it's very important to know who you surround yourself with. Like it's very important. That's how you're gonna be treated. Like they gonna treat you based on who they are, like not really based on who you are. So you surround yourself with good people. So in the DR, it was first it was hard. Like you can be walking in the street and they be looking at you like you know how they are. So
Right.
yeah, it's they know you're Haitian and they don't want you here. So
Mm.
that's kind of a thing. But when, for example, at school, I'm pretty good at school. So the student would be like oh man, you're too good. You should be Dominican. You should. If they give you the nationality, would you take it? And I was like, no, but thanks. So somehow, some people would treat you some way, but others would still be like very very proud of you and very grateful to have you around them. So it's
Okay.
like a fight.
It depends on where you are
Yeah,
and
it's
who you're
depending.
around, like you said.
Exactly. So,
So now,
but in the street, in like wherever you go, if you don't know someone and the way they look at you, and if there is something bad, like they treat everyone bad. Like Haitian, if you're Haitian, well, they treat you bad.
mhm. So I mean, and here's the other thing, right? There is this misconception that Dominicans don't look like you or me, right? They don't have our skin color, they don't have our skin tone, they don't have our facial features. So having lived in the DR, and we're gonna move over to your experience in Chile, as like, is it easy to identify a Haitian person versus a Dominican as far as a darker complexion? Or is it like we're gonna wait till this person speaks, then we can start judging?
Being in Chile.
No, being in a Dominican.
Oh, some. I mean, I would say sometimes they would wait on you until you speak. Like
Mm,
sometimes, but like not most of the time, because
okay.
they also have like some difference.
Some
So
mannerisms, the way they
yeah,
walk and move. Okay.
exactly. So it's a whole different country. So it's a whole different culture and a whole different the way they do things. So yeah,
Okay.
but somehow they would wait for you until you speak so they can
So
do it.
moving from Dominican Republic and how you're treated there to Chile, what is it? Is it the same thing or is it two different worlds for you?
Um, whew, that's a great question. So I mean, for me, that first experience, I would say that prepares me to what to come. Let's say, for example, here, surround myself with people that I know that are really really good, or mostly student and not people from the street, or not like
Mhm.
you know. So that way I know how I'm gonna be treated, because
Okay.
I want to be treated with respect, and I want to be
Mhm.
treated just as a human being, because that's what I am. So
Right.
but you won't. I mean, being in the street or just walking by, uh, you will find some guy or like crazy drunk people that will say, "Oh, go to your country, man. You're not belonging here."
Mhm.
So
Okay.
you will find that that happened to me, like,
Oh
but
wow.
not like often, or not to say that, oh, that's a bad country. No,
Gotcha.
like I
Gotcha.
know I know a lot of people that are like really helpful and really like they're willing to do anything for you. You know,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
so
Cool. I mean, I
like
appreciate
yeah,
that because I don't think a lot of people understand because there's so many different stories on how different cultures receive us as the African diaspora, right? And you sharing that means a lot because it gives people perspective. Not good, not bad, but just your perspective.
yeah,
Because at the end of the day, this is all about your experience.
of course,
And so I
yes,
appreciate you for sharing that. Now I'm going to shift over to now COVID, right? When did so you were in Chile when COVID kind of came about, or when it became a
yeah.
big pandemic, right?
Yeah. Oh, I was still in Chile, but still had to plan. I was like planning and go, like take some time off and just go around. Uh, but
So
then it happened. It just like
so
happened.
how did Chile handle it? How did you guys handle it? Because there's not a lot of information on how a lot of different countries handled the
Mhm.
pandemic. And and I'm gonna follow up with how is it today? So how did they handle it?
So actually, I would say they kind of handle it pretty good comparing to other country in South America.
Okay.
Because if you compare Chile with the way they handle it with the way the Brazilian handle it, I would say Chile handle it pretty well. Because
Okay.
well, at first they started to you know only at the borders, trying to implement
Mm-hmm.
new technologies at the hospitals, and also closing some areas. For example, now in the capital, like I'm in the capital, what they do is like let some um, would call province. They would
Mm-hmm.
open up some part of the city and close
Mm-hmm.
others. Like
Okay.
if they feel like, oh, this part of the city is having a lot of cases, so
Cases.
we're just gonna close it down, and
Okay.
probably let it close for about 1 month, 2 months, as long as it takes. Actually,
Right.
where I am now, we are still in lockdown. I
Oh
can't go out.
wow.
Yeah, I can go out.
Oh.
If I want to go out now, I have I need a permission. I can take it 2 times a week, and I can only spend 3 hours outside, and it's only for to go buy something, or to go to the supermarket, or just to go walk a dog for 30 minutes.
Oh wow.
They put like a whole system to just try to handle it, but still, uh, something. Even though you do, so they take some decision, it still help, but it
Mm-hmm.
still affect a lot of
Okay.
people.
So they did a good job kind of compartmentalizing the different parts of the city. Because
Yes.
if one area, because I mean, you hear the mess that we're dealing with, right? They open things up and then got to shut it right back down again, just because people want to be foolish and not follow, just wearing a mask in public or wearing a mask to the supermarket. So I want to get off the sad stuff,
Yeah.
um, and just kind of move over to, you gave us some tips about how hostels are beneficial, right? For someone that's just interested in traveling, tell me, just give us a tip as to like what's one thing that you would say was for you, and we're just talking about your experience, right? What was one thing that helped you in making decisions to travel?
Well, well, I would say, if one of the advice I'm gonna give, like everyone, it's just like, you know, stop buying things that you don't want and buy a plane ticket. That's
Mm.
the first thing. Like, just
What? Stop buying things you don't need or want.
need. Oh, you don't
Okay, gotcha.
need. Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. I'm like, what? I don't buy things I don't want. All
Okay,
right. So
stop buying
stop
things you
buying
don't
things you
need.
don't need and buy a plane ticket. Okay.
Yeah. So like, take your money, and if you want to travel, if that's something that you want, first, like, start on saving. Saving money. That's one of the best necessity. And then I would say, always kind of don't be afraid. It's all gonna be fine. Like, it's a big world. I know it's a dangerous world too. I know, but don't overthink. Don't overthink it. I used to do
Okay.
that. I mean, I used to do that a lot, and still kind of do it, to overthink and see, like, what if I do that? What if that happened? That can happen. But at the end, when you just go for it, you just do it. Nothing happened. You see nothing bad happen, and even though something bad happened, and you'll still count it as that was an experience. And if I did that wrong, I won't do it again. But I think it's in every way. But if you wanna travel, don't overthink. you see a place that, or there is a friend that you say, oh, hey, let's go. Or you see that place and you say, okay, I wanna just visit that place. Don't overthink. Don't think about, oh, I'm gonna be there or they're gonna kill me. Well, just go for it. Just go for
Okay.
it because the experience count, and
Oh,
the way the you need to also find why you're doing it. For example, I just want to explore and having memories. At the end, it's just the memories that count. So I think
that's.
it's yeah. So
I think that's
just go for
great
it.
because
Hmm.
yeah, I think that's great because a lot of people, like you said, overthink the process, and instead of buying the flight, at $100, they think too many times, and then next thing you know, it's at $300, and they miss out on a good trip. So tell
Yeah.
us, where people can find you, what you have going on. We talked about your YouTube channel earlier, but so tell us where people can find you on social media, Facebook, Instagram.
Well, for example, on Instagram, I am like Gaudy Million, which is my name, and well, in Facebook, I don't have a page like a Facebook like page, to like
Got
business
it.
page, but like
Hmm.
my personal page is like John Gaudy Million. You can
Okay.
always text me if you have any question, or if you would like to visit Chile and would like some tips, just let me know. And
And remember, he works at a hostel, so he can tell you where the best places in. Because I'm assuming all the hostels or people managing the hostels communicate with each other, right?
yes,
Or
yeah,
no? Okay.
yeah,
So you can
yeah.
always recommend somebody to another city in case that they need a good place to
They
stay.
need a good place to stay. Yeah, definitely. We like almost all the hostels that I have like a relationship with together. So
Awesome.
we
Awesome.
anything, any cities or any like recommendation, just let me know on Gaudi Million. For example, now lately I have going on like I've been taking some photography, not like classes, but bought a camera and practicing. Staying at home and not much to do, so sometimes you gotta keep creating.
Hmm.
So like lately I've been like taking like a lot of shot taking photography.
Hmm.
So that's kind of the only thing that I have going on. So you
And
can
then your
follow me on
YouTube channel.
Instagram. But my YouTube channel is kind of stuck now because of
Okay.
the
The
we
COVID
can't
got you.
we can't travel. I did it
Okay.
like just for traveling,
Uh-huh.
and just to see if I can go like Haitian, like uh, a Haitian that would like to explore or
Hmm.
like to go travel. So just trying to motivate them and
Well,
create good
that's
content.
dope. That's dope. I'm still working on creating a travel documentary for all of my trips. I have all these photos and video, and I'm just being too
Yeah,
lazy to put them together. So one day,
one
I'll
day.
have a lot of footage to go through. But
Yeah, I have
I
a lot
really
of
appreciate.
countries to visit to make it to still have those shot too.
Awesome, awesome. So I appreciate you for jumping on, and yeah, man, thanks a lot. All right.
Thank you for the
Don't hang up.
invitation. And
Another dope conversation. Keep traveling and stay safe. Until next time, peace.